What is up, guys? It's your boy obbldude, and today we're gonna be talking about the 5 updates that I would like to see going into 2020. And at the same time, we're gonna be doing a hunting run. I think we're only gonna do like 10 ped because that's probably how long this talk's gonna last. So we'll just start hunting and go from there. So the first the first update I want to see is a new profession: fishing. If you guys have seen my other stuff, my fishing video, you know I have a huge thing about that. I want to see fishing going into 2020, 100% faux show. And if you haven't seen my fishing video, check it out. I'll leave it down below in case you want to. But I want to see fishing as a profession in this game in 2020. That's the year it's going to happen. I wanted to see it in 2019, but 2020, I'll take that too. So now let's get into some more specifics of things that I want to see, because I don't really need to go too much into the fishing stuff because I've already done that many times. So I think I've talked about this a little bit before too. I want to see more Mindark events and new events. So basically what I'm saying here is I want to see like things like Merry Mayhem, Halloween Mayhem, but more throughout the year. So like, you know, maybe there'll be a week type of an event or a month event for hunting where it's like a specific mob. You load into the instance, you know, you keep grinding it out for that week, that month, whatever, and then boom, you know, you get better rewards, higher loot, better loot than you normally would in other places, make it a little more incentivized. And also I want to see new events. I want to see a mining event. You know what I mean? I want to have an event where I can just mine, like Merry Mayhem or whatever, or Halloween Mayhem, but for mining. So like, you know, you maybe go into an instance of like a place, a specific area or something, and you mine there, and there's a bunch of people mining, and you know, whoever gets the highest loot wins, and then maybe you get a little extra reward for that or something like that. But I definitely would love to see something like a mining event. Crafting might be taking it a little far, but I definitely want to see a mining event. I think that would be sick. Alright, so for number 3, this is definitely something that needs to happen, like really bad. Introducing new loot. Basically, you kill mobs, them adding new loot, like, you know, new guns that you can loot, new different types of items that you can loot that hasn't been in the game before, things like that. And also when it comes to mining, you know, I want to see new ores that you can mine, new end matter you can mine. Just basically introduce new loot to everything. And for crafting, introduce new items that you can craft, new guns that you can craft, anything, stuff like that. Introduce new loot. Like, we need something new. That's the one thing I always harp about in this game, is that we need new stuff like that, new loot, events, new profession that actually works. That would be sick. Again, fishing, do it. But yeah, introduce new loot, because that would be pretty sick. Now for number 2, this is one that I would love to see. It'd be sick. It would be so dirty, right? And that is a whole sweating rework for free to play. And what I mean by a whole new sweating rework for free to play is this. So basically, everyone knows that the sweat market is trash, it's garbage, it's just not worth doing, it's just pointless, right? So what I suggest is doing a sweating rework to revitalize the sweat market by making new items that you can craft with sweat that'll actually be worth something. You know what I mean? I don't know exactly what that would be, to be honest. But for example, this could go into my number 3, right? Let's say you introduce new loot and you make some new weapons, for example, that exist in the game. New weapons. There could be a weapon where, in order to craft that specific weapon, it requires sweat, which would literally blow up the market like crazy, I think. There might be something that I'm missing here with that, but I think that would be one really good way to do it, is basically make a new weapon or a few new weapons or a few new items that can be crafted, and literally make it so that you need sweat in order to craft those items. I think that would be a great way to kind of bump that market up and make it a lot better. I don't want to fight a guardian, and I'm almost dead. I didn't even notice. I need to heal. I'm not going to kill this guy. I'm going to die 100%. It's going to happen. But yeah, that would be one great way, I think, to bring back the sweat market and to make free-to-play a lot more worth it, is bust out some new weapons, some new items that you can craft, and make it so that you need sweat in order to craft those items. And make it a decent amount of sweat you need to craft like one single item successfully. That way, a lot of people might not want to go out and actually sweat for it themselves. So they're like, oh, we'll just go and buy it from someone that does a lot of sweating, and you know, it'll bring the sweat prices a lot higher. So in 2020, I definitely want to see them do something like that to try to revitalize the sweat market. That would be awesome. Alright, cool, we got him killed. We killed him. Not even a full pet off that. Wasn't worth it. Alright, so for number 1 on my 5 updates I'd like to see in Entropia Universe 2020, my number 1 is this. It's another rework, and it's a PvP rework. Now hear me out on this. Oh, I don't want that level 7. No way. Let's not do that to ourselves. Okay. So I want to see a rework of PvP. Basically, revitalize PvP with incentives for non-lootable PvP, right? So what you can do is, like, for example, you engage in some kind of combat in PvP, non-lootable, where 2 people are fighting, duking it out, right? Whoever wins that fight, the winner, once that other person dies, the winner basically receives like for example, let's say you kill someone, at least you will be reimbursed by Mindark, not by the player that you killed, but by Mindark, the equivalent amount of ammo you've used into shrapnel, right? So at best, you do PvP, you win, you break even, right? At best. I mean, at worst. Sorry. At worst, you break even. So you get enough shrapnel back to the ammo that you used, so you didn't actually lose any ammo. And then, you know, Mindark gives that to you. It's not from the player. Mindark just, like, it's just automatic loot that pops up once you get a kill, right? And what they can do on top of that is add some kind of metric, maybe introducing a new skill, like a PvP skill, right? And every time you kill someone in PvP combat, that PvP skill goes up, right? And as that PvP skill goes up, that basically can judge what kind of loot you get, right? So, you know, you keep killing people, you get that PvP skill to go higher and higher, and the higher your PvP skill is, the higher loot you get. So maybe at first you only get back what you put out, but then maybe once you're at level 10, you get like the shrapnel that that you received, like just from killing them, and then maybe a little bit extra of something worth like 1 pet or something like that, right? So, and this is all by Mindark too. It's not by the player that you loot this from, because then that'd be lootable PvP. But you do all that. Mindark gives you all this, you know, gives you the stuff for actually winning the combat. And you can also introduce like duel arenas for this, so you can have low level duel arenas and higher level duel arenas, so that, you know, it can be kind of evenly matched and more balanced, and then, you know, keep the same PvP areas that already exist, where you can just do free for all, anything goes. You know, if you run into like a level 50 PvP skiller, or like just a level 55 like, you know, hunter, and you're at like 20, you're gonna obviously lose. And then, you know, through Mindark, if they kill you, they get, at the very least, the equivalent amount of ammo that they spent killing you. And if their skills are higher, then you get more loot, more bonuses, that sort of thing. So I think adding like a PvP skill and trying to incentivize PvP a little bit in that way, I think would be awesome, because for me, I love PvP stuff. And this game, I think, really needs to fix their PvP element, and I think the only way to do that is to incentivize it a lot more. I kind of came up with this PvP rework because I noticed the other day I was hunting, and I was near a turret, and I was shooting a mob, and the turret killed the mob, but I still got some loot back. So I kind of thought of it like, that'd be kind of cool if, like, they could incentivize, like, a PvP thing like that, where it's like, you know, it's not lootable PvP, so the person that dies doesn't lose anything, but Mindark's like, okay, we're going to reward you and at least give you the ammo back that you spent to PvP to do more PvP afterwards. And then, you know, you have a PvP skill, get that PvP skill up higher and higher, and then it's like, okay, you got like 10 PvP skill. You do a lot of PvP, we'll give you a little bonus, you know, something maybe worth a couple ped extra or something like that. I don't know, I think that'd be pretty neat. But anyway, guys, those are the 5 updates that I would love to see in Entropia Universe in 2020. New professions, more events, introducing new loot, a sweating rework, and a PvP rework. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you think there should be... Ooh, nice. Got a rank increase. But let me know if you guys... have any ideas on any kind of updates that you would like to see in Entropia Universe for 2020. You guys probably will maybe have some better ideas than I do, most likely. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Now, what I'm going to do is finish off this last 4 ped that I have to finish this 10 ped hunting run, and then we'll see what kind of loot we got, and that'll be the video. Alright guys, so we've just gone through 10 ped of this hunt, and now we'll open up our trusty dusty trade terminal, and we'll see how much we got, if it'll let me click sale. There we go. So, went out with 10. Oh my goodness, the lag is bad. Alright, and we came back with 9.32. Well, we lost a little bit, but not too bad. Anyway guys, that's the 5 updates that I want to see in 2020. Let me know what you guys think down below about it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.